Today we're going to be installing some leather seats into the Datsun. I'm going to get these cars moved and get the seats out. So the seats in this car aren't the worst, but the pads don't match on the driver's side. This must have been reupholstered or taken out of a different car. And on the passenger side, the vinyl is torn. So I actually ordered a set of brand new leather replacements. So we'll be ditching the vinyl and going on to some leather. Let's get these out of here. No rocket science here. There's just 4 bolts that hold on to these frames right here. This is all the packing that's underneath the seat. It's kind of gross. I'm gonna see if I can vacuum all that stuff out and maybe secure it in a way that doesn't keep happening on the inside of the car. Here are the seats out. You can get a better look at them. Like I said, that one's torn. That backrest is about to tear, and then this pad's already been replaced once. We're gonna get these get this vinyl off these seats and get them redone, and at the same time I'm gonna fix up the chipping that's in the paint on the sides here. I'm gonna get this all indoors and we're gonna work on it inside. So looking at it, it looks pretty straightforward. We're gonna take these bolts off of both sides, and then this backrest should pop right off, and then we'll get it flipped over and we'll see what we need to do to pull the bottom seat rest off. Starting with the passenger seat, this way for some reason I run into a snag or something doesn't work, I still have the driver's seat, I can throw it back in the car. Oddly enough, I think these seats are pretty much 90%, you could put them on either side. They'll function on either side. I don't know if they'll actually install on either side. They look like they would though. Hopefully we won't need to find out. So here are the seats from Interior Innovation. I opened these up previous just to make sure they were in the box and okay. And so look at these. So here they are, genuine leather. All these wrinkles should come out. They were all just from shipping. There are the 2 bottoms for the seats. Here is the seat back. I ended up going with a black leather with a gray stitch in it. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was kind of thinking of doing red and a couple different things, but I decided this was what I was going to do with these. These seat covers are only $400, which isn't bad for genuine leather. They were $300 for vinyl, so for the extra $100, I figured I'd get the good stuff, even though the original car didn't actually have leather on it. I like leather, so we're going with that. The only thing I kind of wish is that the insetting here had some sort of a similar basket weave or some sort of pattern to it. I guess you couldn't really do that in the leather without switching to a different color or something like that. I didn't really like that idea. But either way, they're pretty nice looking little seat covers there. So once I get the seat apart, we'll see what kind of condition it's in and see if any of the foam needs to be replaced or reupholstered. It looks like it's okay just based on what I'm seeing so far. So I don't think we'll have to go that far. So it appears that there's some sort of a dart clip or something like that in the corners. And then With these, they also have this little plastic that just protects the material from where the metal mounts to. And there's also a slide on this side. I don't know if it's missing from the other one. Another little plastic barrier there that stops, I guess, this is the passenger seat. That actually could be for the seat belt, maybe. Maybe it's not supposed to have one on this side, but in any event, we'll get that sorted out as well. Yeah, the side also does not have one, so maybe it's just on the other side for some reason. Not sure, but let's get this all disassembled. This is what we look like on the inside. This is what a 40-year-old seat innard looks like. This weird furry hair seems super comfortable. But it's worked for 40-something years, so we're just gonna keep going with it. I might put something over this to help slide the new cushion on. But otherwise we're just gonna pretty much use this as is. They do sell replacement foams for this where you can just replace the whole inside with a different foam layer. I didn't buy that. That was an extra 300 bucks. So we're just gonna do this for now. And if it's uncomfortable, I can always replace it later. This process is basically like a big pillowcase. We just ripped off the original pillow and now we're gonna pop on the new one. So after fiddling with this for a little bit, I realized there were some fasteners missing from the original seat that I needed to add in. There's a little flap on the inside of the new leather that will attach to a little hidden bar that's part of the seat back. This will hold tension in the headrest area and make for a smoother appearance. So what I did was put a couple of zip ties into this bar here. This is what's supposed to catch this flap. So as I slide the seat cover on, we're going to hog ring it. But sometimes you can't get all the way down to that bar, so by having these little zip ties here, it gives me like a little, about a half an inch of extension to it. Hopefully I can get to the bar itself with the hog rings and it won't be a problem, but just in case. That'll secure the headrest portion of this. I'm also going to cut and lay in some Landau foam into this. I should have enough left here. This will just help kind of just make a slightly nicer cushion, and it may help the seat cover slide a little bit better as I pull it down. Let's get that ready. What we're doing is getting those little dagger points stuck through this, it's like an interfacing type material, but this is where we're supposed to attach hog rings or these type of attachment points, and that will pull tension on the backside of the leather, and then we will wrap this front part around and attach those as well. So it's kind of a knuckle breaker here trying to get these done. I use a hairdryer to heat the leather up to make it a little bit more flexible. So there is the passenger side seat back all done. This little bit of bumping should go away over time as the seat settles into place. Let's get on to the seat bottom. I mentioned how much I hate this burlap stuff. I'm sure it served a purpose at some point in time. Now it just makes a mess in the car under the seat. So I'm going to replace it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use some of the Landau foam or something else, but yeah, that's going to go away. Tell me below if there's an actual purpose to this shit, but as far as I can tell, I can't see any. I'm going to spray this down with some rust reformer. There's not much rust on it, but just a little surface rust. Alright, so all the hog rings are on, and I've cut the holes for the attachment point for the seat back. So I'm going to put the 2 seat rails back on. Here is the seat base, all buttoned up. I'm going to get this, get the sides put on, and it should be ready to roll. Here is the finished seat, all reassembled, and not too bad. A couple little issues with it, but overall it went together pretty well. Like I said, these little ridges should kind of even out a little bit as the seat gets heated in the car, and it kind of stretches the leather a bit, and from use it should stretch it out real nice and look good. Time to move on to the driver's seat. Clean this down with some leather wipes.
Okay, so here are the pictures of the final installation in the car. I'll get an updated video once all the leather settles out and the wrinkles go away. But in the meantime, be sure to tell your mama to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. We'll probably be working on the Buick or the Suzuki or maybe the Datsun or maybe the other Buick or